Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Clean Valley Farms. I believe this is number 7 in the 30 and 30 series that I got going on. So today I thought we'd take a look at the permaculture stuff that's going on around here, and I would show you a new Happy Edition. I haven't got it into the ground yet because I got to kind of figure out where it's going to go, but I got another fruit tree. So a Juliet Cherry, delicious dark red fruit. Got it on sale for more than 50% off. It was like $35, so yeah, it's going to take a few years before it produces anything, but the average pound of cherries goes for about $5, so it'll only take 7 or so to pay for it. Right now it's just kind of sitting up in the front yard with the apples and such. I don't think this is where I'll dig it in and bury it, and I do think I should take a little time to learn about cherries, see if I need a second variety or whatnot as a pollinator, but that is a start. So now it's cherries and apples and berries. Oh my. While we're looking at the fruit trees and such, here is the apple tree that didn't produce last year. And as you can see, it is still quite heavily loaded. A little bit of color forming on some of these. So I'm not really sure how much bigger they're going to get. But not bad. A decent nibbling apple at the very least. I wouldn't mind getting, you know, something that's going to grow me like a fist-sized apple. Even if it's less of them, it'd be a more substantial apple to nibble on. But still, there are pounds and pounds and pounds of apples on this tree. So, that is very exciting. Still need to do some pruning, you know, no point in having it way up there where I can't reach. Same with that crab apple tree back here. Much pruning to still be done on this. The vast majority of it we can't reach, and then this bit in the center here is dead anyway, so I've kind of got to cut it off down there and take off this big chunk here, and much to do, but that little ryobi ought to do just fine for cutting these up. Not huge trees, these. As we get closer to the end of July here, these Saskatoon berries are getting closer to being ready, not quite there yet. We have seen quite a few birds going through here already, so they're undoubtedly taking the early ones, but they usually leave us enough. Well, last year they left us enough anyway, that we were able to get our fill on a number of occasions. Plenty of berries on there. There's no reason we can't share with the wildlife. Still need to come through and cut out the non-Saskatoon berries at the base of this. Grab the clippers. Get that done one of these days, I suppose. Nice healthy growth on it though. Might even be time to trim it down a little bit. Thing's got to be pushing 12 feet tall. Well, that's the Saskatoons. I did finally get around to planting that grape and those pine berries. So hopefully this will fill in. I'd like to see suckers fill up this whole area here. And here we have the Frontenac Gris. I don't know. French was never my strong suit. I suppose that makes me a bad Canadian there, but as long as it grows an edible grape, that's all really I care about. So that's coming along nicely. We're going to have to move that grape eventually, but for the next few years while we figure out where it's going to go, it can go in that planter anyway. We've got, let's see here, we've got the Polar Jewell coming along nicely, and down on the other side here we've got the Borealis Haskap, I believe. These guys are going just wild this year. Lots of good growth on there. Definitely enjoying being established in the ground. And someone was asking the other day about how these gooseberries are doing. The plant itself is doing fantastic. And it does have a few berries on it, but they're still very, very hard. And I tried one yesterday, the day before, and I don't think they're anywhere near ripe yet. The flavor was very much like an unripe plum. So I don't know, y'all can let me know if you've tried gooseberries before. Is that what they're supposed to be like? It was very firm, almost like an apple flesh. So yeah, I don't think it's ready yet. I've been advised that it won't necessarily change color for me, but I'm still kind of hoping, because those signs are nice. It's nice when you get a clue that it's about to be food instead of just on its way. And then some of you may recall this free wall of raspberries, because I found a bunch of plants just behind our fence in the field area. Nobody really belonged to them, so I wasn't too worried about taking them. And look at that. Lo and behold, I have the beginnings of a few raspberries on there. Certainly nothing to write home about, but it is the beginning. And clearly these plants did survive being transplanted so rudely. So maybe next year, the year after. It's the way it goes with permaculture. It's not immediate satisfaction by any means, but it is a long-term return. So if I have to wait a couple years to get fruit for a couple decades, that's just fine by me. A few spots I'm going to have to fill in because a couple of the plants didn't make it, but not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So that about wraps it up for, you know, a quick look at the permaculture around here. I need to go online, do a little research, find out about that cherry tree, see how deep I should plant it, and things like that. And like I said, I'm going to need to check and see if cherry trees need another pollinator, or if I can just kind of put it off in a corner of the yard and it'll be okay. Come to think of it, I guess I should check and see how tall it's going to grow too, because I don't want it to be blocking too much of the light to the garden, but I really like cherries and they're really expensive out here, so one has to make a trade-off, I guess. Alright everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I think this is number 7 in 30, so I've still got 20 some videos to go in the next couple weeks. It's going to be a little bit crazy. Please bear with me. And if it gets to be a little much, go check out Rev Toast TV. Tell him I sent you, and blame him for the 30 in 30. Yeah, totally his fault. I'm pinning this all on you, Rev. Yeah. Alright, take care everybody. I will see you tomorrow, undoubtedly, with something else. So, yeah, take care until then. Bye.